Said, Coach, do you want to go right into questions or you want to open it up?
Please.
All right. David, do you want to start us off the first one?
Yeah, man, I'll go right with the elephant in the room. Christian McCaffrey out on the practice field in a red jersey. Obviously, he's still on IR, I guess. What are your expectations for him as far as possibly being ready for Thursday?
I think it's a possibility. That's sort of out of my hands. I'm hopeful that we'll have him.
Someone else have a question for Coach?
Yeah, Coach, just to be clear, was he designated for return today? Is that something that has to happen before he can actually practice?
Yeah, he was not designated for return. Yeah, he was. He has to do that before he can practice.
All right, let's go to Mike Solarte next.
Thanks, Preston. Coach, is there a benefit to this kind of being a short week? You have no choice but to purge Sunday and get on to Thursday?
Yeah, I don't want to purge Sunday. I want to learn from it. I think there's a lot of things for us to take away from the game. So, we came in. I know a lot of teams like to just move ahead quickly to the next opponent. We didn't. We talked about the good things and the bad things that were involved in the game, because there's a lot of both, and then we move forward. So, I'll always believe that the best thing you can do for your team is just keep trying to improve, and the best way to improve is to learn from the way that you play, both good and bad. So, I tried to make sure we took some time, and I think some guys were maybe not real happy about that. In a good way, guys want to move forward, but the best way to move forward is to learn from the past, in my opinion.
Let's go to Joe Person and then Jason Huber.
Matt, given that it's a short week, would you think, and Christian didn't practice today, would you think that might make him unlikely? And then I have one more quick one.
I'm not going to. Like I said, I'm hopeful that he says there's a possibility. I said I'm hopeful. It's not me. It's when he's cleared by by the doctors and trainers and all that stuff. So, So I'm just waiting, and as soon as they say he can go, he'll go.
And then just a couple transactional things you guys did today. Could you sort of explain the move with Seth Roberts? And then I know Josh Hawkins had something on social media without a mask out in public at a club. Did that factor into the decision to release him?
I think with, both of those transactions, we appreciate those guys and all that they did for us. And, I would just say we thought it was in the best interest of the team, to move forward. So, we made both those moves.
Hey, Matt, just wondering, do you have any update on Russell Kuhn, and with this being a short week, where's it kind of at with him? Yeah,
just with the injury report. I mean, he didn't practice today. That's really where it's at right now. He didn't practice.
How do you feel with Greg Little stepping in for the rest of the game yesterday?
I thought Greg did a lot of great things. He's I hate when our players go down, but I feel as good about Greg going out there as anyone. He prepares hard. He plays hard. He's the more he plays, the better he gets. So I feel very confident in Greg.
All right, let's go to Steve Reed and then Miles Simmons.
Hey, Matt, just one more thing on Christian. Is there any thought to, hey, you're on a short work week Thursday, if you rest him, you could have 10 more days to make sure he's healthy. Is there any of that thought that goes into this decision for Thursday night?
The decisions, like as I said, is made by the doctors and trainers. So I think it's just a matter of when he's healthy. If Christian, he wants to play. So as soon as they release him and say he's good to go, he'll go.
Hey, Matt, Brian Burns got another strip sack yesterday. Do you feel like he's coming into his own as a part of your defense and just getting more comfortable in it?
Very pleased with Brian Burns. He is a tremendous pass rusher. The thing I like most about Brian is that he's trying to become develop and become a complete player. dominant for, great lengths of the game, not just, for, a play here and a play there. And so some of the things he did in the run game to me were really good. So, so some of the things he did in the pass game that you don't see with the sacks he did were really good. So I'm pleased with him. And the biggest thing I'm pleased with is he's trying to make sure he's a complete player.
Let's go to Jonathan Alexander and then Josh Klein.
Hey, Matt. Hope you're well. I have a couple of questions. First, if Christian is back, have you all thought about how you might work with Mike Davis and Christian?
Yeah, I think whenever Christian is back, we'll use both guys. Mike has certainly proven that he deserves to play, and we've talked at great lengths about how to utilize both those guys on the field. I think when you have Mike, you have Christian, and now you add in Curtis Samuel, three guys who can play running back and also play receiver. We can be in a multitude of personnel groupings that the defense has to prepare for. So, we're excited about those possibilities.
And what do you think about you coached Sam Franklin for a year at Temple. What do you think about his journey and getting to where he is now?
Well, yeah, I mean, I obviously hadn't followed him very much after I left. I followed the team, here and there, but didn't know much about Sam, as we were going through the, where he was, as we were going through the draft process. He was on the board based upon the scouts, and he was someone that Evan Cooper, said from the very beginning, that we thought could be that big nickel position that Chin is playing. And so signed him undrafted, put him there, and right away, Chase, the special teams guys, fell in love with him because he doesn't get tired. He loves to play football. He gets in, he kind of moves from that big nickel because he played linebacker at Temple to safety. So you think about it, he's playing safety in an NFL game and hadn't really played that prior to that, and is just getting better and better and better every week. And it was stood out on the tape at times, running to the ball, flashing, tackling their backs. Thought he played a very good game. Did a lot of great things, and I think it's just the beginning for him. He's got the right skill set and the right mentality. He's a tough guy that just works and plays.
Matt, after you get a chance, or you've gotten a chance, obviously, to watch the tape from yesterday, what did you see in terms of run defense? And obviously, you guys have been hurt by injuries up front. You never want to make excuses, but you're missing KK and YGM and other guys up front. How much of a difference does that make?
We got it. I have confidence in the guys that are here, and I think our issues in the run defense are consistent when we've had issues. Some games like against the Bears, we've had really good run defense, and it's just simply, we're a one gap defense, and so it's pretty simple. Everybody get in your gap, defend your gap, and there's nowhere to run the football. And it's just a guy getting out of his gap, a guy leaving his gap too early and plays hitting. And, while the total numbers, maybe weren't terrible, and I don't have it broken up by half, there were some timely ones obviously that bothered us. And so, and it's just a matter of the discipline of getting in our gaps when we blitz, guys getting in their gaps. And it's the same problem, we played the Falcons 2 weeks ago, we had. And so, we have to have tremendous accountability and ownership to say, hey, I'm going to do my job. I'm going to get in my gap. That being said, I thought they adjusted, I thought Phil adjusted well in the second half, and, to hold them to 6 points in the second half, I thought, we did some different things. But it really comes down to just, everyone get in their gap, do their job. And I have no issue with how hard we played. I thought we played really, really hard, but too many, hey, my bad plays that popped. And so we just all have to, get a little bit better this week in terms of just handling our responsibility.
And just a quick kind of similar, but not exactly the same follow-up. What did you see from Darius Taylor over the course of the last few weeks that's wanted you to get him on the field a little bit more?
AG's a tremendous, he's a tough guy. He's a football player. We have a package that he plays in. That was one of the packages we just used a little bit more yesterday. But he's physical on special teams, and that does a good job. And I thought when he got in the game yesterday, I was really pleased with his effort. I thought he played hard, played fast, got to the ball, and was violent at the ball. So I was really pleased seeing him out there.
Now let's go to Elena Getzenberg and then Skylar Callahan.
Matt, I'll ask the fun question of the day. What went into your outfit yesterday, going back to the smock, and should we expect to see that this week?
It was in my locker, so I put it on. It was there, and the guys were wearing white, and I just thought I like the color. I like when our guys wear, so nothing much more than that.
Sure. Is it a one-time thing then, you think?
Yeah, I really don't spend too much time thinking about what I'm gonna wear.
I gotta ask these questions.
I literally wear the same thing every game usually, and then I saw that, and I really like our inactive players and guys warming up wear the sleeved version of that, and I liked it, so it was in my locker, so I put it on. So I don't know what I'll wear. I'll get in there Thursday and grab whatever's in there.
Hey, Matt, Curtis Samuel caught, I think, all 6 of his targets on Sunday. It came up big a couple times on third down. What did you see with him, and did you notice a difference with him out there on the field compared to last week when he wasn't?
Yeah, I think we were 67% on third down. Curtis is a clutch player. He's a tough guy. He finds a way to make huge catches. The first drive, the scramble, I mean, he goes down to get that ball knowing he might get hit. I think his ability to control the middle of the field on third down and create mismatches and all those things is hugely important. And so, it was great to have him back out there.
Let's go to Joe Person for the next question.
Hey, Matt, there were a couple spot calls yesterday that kind of went against you guys. Obviously, you challenged the one. I'm wondering what the explanation was on that one with Kamara. And then were you a little surprised how quickly the Breeze touchdown got confirmed? And did you get any explanation on that one?
Yeah, I got no real explanation on the one that I challenged. I'm assuming it was just the angles. There's only so many angles that you can see, and so I was hesitant to challenge something in the second half that wasn't clear cut. But with the way that they had been, I think that was second half, right? The game starts to fly by me. I'm on to Atlanta already. But with the way they had been moving the ball, I thought that was an opportunity, and with his foot stepping out of bounds, I hope that we would get that call, which, but there's not much explanation beyond that. And then just the one at the end, obviously, the players were yelling for me to challenge it. You don't challenge scoring plays, they review them yourselves. And so I was just waiting to hear, and then they said they confirmed it upstairs. And so, once that happened, there was not much, really no recourse for me.
On the replays, as you watched them today, did you feel like they were bad spots?
I don't even kind of after that, I don't even think that way. I'm just kind of like, I move on from it. Like, it's really the only way I can survive is just kind of move on and just worry about the football, worry about the things that we did right and wrong. So, I can understand the angles, I understand it's hard in terms of TV and all those different things.
Guys, we have time for 2 more. So let's go to Elena Getzenberg and then go to Miles Simmons to wrap it up.
Hey, Matt, I was just wondering with the short week, is there anything, this is the first time you've been in this situation. Is there anything way you're approaching it differently, or kind of just treating it as like today a normal Wednesday for you, or kind of how are you approaching it?
Yeah. So, just like when we went out to Los Angeles to play the Chargers, I used Coach Coughlin's West Coast schedule, which is different than a lot of people. A lot of people go out 2 days early. I used what we did at the Giants, and I thought we played well. I'm using our exact, Thursday night game schedule from when I was at the Giants. We actually came down and played the Panthers on a Thursday night here at Bank of America Stadium. And I liked the schedule. I remember leaving that game saying, hey, this was probably our best game that year. So I just kind of took that same approach. So, yeah, today was first and second down, and we'll just keep, stay on our normal schedule, like, as if today was a Wednesday.
Matt, at guard without John Miller yesterday, what did you think of Daly and Scott playing there?
I thought they did well. It was good to have Dennis Daly back out there. It was good to see him play. I thought he did a good job, and we'll only get better and better and better with more reps, more time, and Trent Scott's got to be one of our better signings in terms of his versatility to go from playing left tackle to left guard to, he's out all week. He shows up on Friday for walkthrough and hey, we need you to back up at right guard. So he's a football guy, and I appreciate that about him. He's extremely versatile.
Coach, we appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, guys.